shoes, a necklace, and that hair is just amazing.
So yeah, I'm actually wearing something from the shop, which is a L'Oreal shirt dress, which is really nice. This is from charity shop from like 10 years ago,
Wow.
which I am kind of like, I think, dressed it up a little bit. And then I've got my faithful Levi's on, which kind of wear with everything. And then these are newish actually. So these are Mr. shoes.
Yeah.
Which are like my current obsession with clothes and shoes. I kind of feed that with looking at the Mr. website, I'll be honest with you.
Right, Jo, should we go and look at your wardrobe?
Yeah, sure, okay. Follow me. Go through here.
Going into Jo's lovely bedroom.
Yeah.
And this is her wardrobe.
Yeah, so...
I'm going to look at it, I'm so excited.
It's not even that exciting.
It will be.
And I share it with my husband, although to be fair, he has a small portion of it. And I have had a clear out because obviously everyone does that before these kind of things. But so yeah, so my wardrobe, I've got some of my shoes in here as well and stuff. But I have a lot of print and colour, unsurprisingly, probably for me, and I have quite a lot of vintage pieces and charity shop, and also obviously really nice things from the store as well. So really nice stuff from our brand. So so it all kind of mixes together, and I've got things that are 20 years old. I've got pieces that I've kept since I went to college, which is sounds quite sad, but I've kept them for emotional purposes. I think sometimes
clothes are emotional. That's the whole thing I'm getting throughout.
So
my films,
so the
attachment.
And I have a lot of dresses just because I feel like they're the hardest working sometimes, because I can just throw a dress on, particularly if it's a print or colour that's quite bright, and it's like doing all the work for me rather than
you've got your outfit.
So you're not kind of going, oh, I've got to put this with this, what goes with this. It's like dress on. Usually I wear like really bright tights or something like that, or a chunky necklace. And you're kind of done, and you haven't got to really think about it for the rest of the day or fuss with it. Because there's nothing worse than feeling uncomfortable or fussing with things the whole day. My knitwear is under the bed in a drawer, so I also have a lot of knitwear because I am, I'm a woman of a certain age and I love a cardigan. Let's put it that way.
Don't even go there, Jo.
Sorry. Yeah. I love fluffy knitwear as well, and like textured knitwear. So that's another thing. I don't do anything too sort of. I've done a lot of this past season putting roll necks under things, like I'm some kind of American mum from the late 80s. but that's because I read.
That's a good look.
Well, I read. I'm a bit of a big fan of Man Repeller website.
Oh, I love her.
So she's like amazing, and
she is amazing.
Like they're all probably 20 years younger than me, but the thing is that they do a lot of layering.
Yes.
And I think when you live in a city in particular, and the temperature differences and things like that, it's good to have like layers on, and you can peel your layers off. And also I work in a shop that is, it's an old building, it's quite cold. So, and I have the door open a lot of the time because you want it to be welcoming to people. So I like to be warm. So a lot of the time you'll find me in a tights, roll neck, and then things over the top of that to make it look a little bit more special. So that's kind of, that's kind of how it goes.
May I ask, how does your style really influence what you buy for the shop? Or is it the other way round?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I'm buying for a customer rather than myself. So I have in my mind who comes into the shop, sizes, preferences, things like that. But at the end of the day, it's my store, so a lot of my taste will influence it.
Of course.
But I'm also, very aware of like upcoming trends and things like that. So I do a lot of trend forecasting and watching what's on the runways for a year's time, which will filter down to us, or like streetwear in particular, just because of Peckham. So it's really interesting to just like absorb what is going on around you in your area, because it's always what youth is wearing on the street is kind of like, you know, you're kind of like, okay, that's really good.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it kind of filters down that way. But yeah, my own personal taste, it sort of, you know, it has a bearing on the store, definitely, because a lot of the female customers that come in are sometimes, you know, there's a lot of women that come in around my age. We have a lot of younger customers as well.
Yeah.
So I'm always bearing that in mind. But you do have women my age in, and you're kind of aware of women coming in and going, you know, I don't want sleeveless. I want something that I can eat a meal in. I'm not fussing around with like a waistband and stuff like that. So you know, you're keeping aware of also making it a working wardrobe for women. A lot of women that are coming in are mums or young mums, and they're working. You've got to make things work, so they're looking good and feeling really confident about what they're wearing, but it's not eating into their sort of time. They're just kind of putting something on, and then it looks great and you can forget about it.
Sure, that's the key.
There's a couple of things that are really nice, sort of skirt-wise, but this in particular, I really like. So so this skirt, this is a Bimba Elola. Yeah. So again, slightly addictive website. But I got this in their sale about a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna take this off and show you the back because, again, leopard print. I'm not afraid to like leopard print. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it.
So the back of this as well is so it's zipped back. So zip that up, and you can undo the zip as much as you want. So you can make it saucier or not saucier.
Feature.
Yeah, and it's really thick, stretchy fabric as well, so it's actually really comfortable. But I just love the print. I'm a bit of a cat woman, and
yes, you are.
bit of a cat lady. So this was like something I was like, and you put a t-shirt on with it, and like trainers. It looks really cool with as well. So
simple.
Doesn't have to be sort of
dressed
fancy
up,
and dressed up.
So what about that one?
Oh, so this is one. And this is not from the shop. This is from other stories. But I've worn it a lot in the shop, and someone comes in all the time and goes, "Is that from here?" And I'm like, "No, it's other stories about 3 years ago." But again, it's like not need of an iron, which is brilliant. Button through midi, kind of like really easy to chuck on. Looks great in the summer as well. But I
do have some good
knitwear
skirts in there, though, don't they?
Yeah, you can.
So how do you wear your scarves?
So I usually kind of like put them into a kind of triangle. I won't really do it properly now, but usually I do it into a triangle, and then it's kind of turned into more of this kind of thing, and then it's over,
love that.
round, and then
yes,
that kind of thing. Because I've got quite short hair and I've got very fine hair, but a lot of it, so it's a little bit annoying. It kind of pops out of scarves quite easily. So that's the reason I've got
such
these.
a lovely
So these
shape,
are like,
aren't they?
and they're really comfortable because like the heel.
So cool with those jeans.
Yeah, so the heel is not too high. So they're like, they're my Good News shoes, which obviously we sell in the shop, which is, it's just such a lovely story because it's all recycled rubber, and then
is it? Wow.
and the uppers are all organic as well, cotton, and the recycled rivets. So it's a really lovely story. So I love those for shoes. Also, Uturquois is one of my. I love those for. So these are Uturquois, and I've worn these.
They're a bit Gucci, aren't they?
They're a little bit Gucci. They are a little bit. They're a little bit Gucci, a little bit Prada.
Yes,
Yeah, so they've got that kind of, again, I can't wear proper high heels.
No,
I have to wear something that.
And they just go with looks so cool with
I like because I like to have a little bit of a lift. I'm not the tallest person.
No, I
so I actually feel more uncomfortable if I'm wearing things that are too flat. But they're Uturquois, which are really nice. These are also Uturquois, which are like really classic
loafers,
mahogany loafers, and they go with everything. I mean, yeah, I wear those so much, and they are already about 2 years in, and they,
Look at them. Wow.
yeah, so they Spanish. They make
Yeah.
really good
Yeah,
shoes.
yeah, yeah.
So they've been really good. These are kind of like crazy clog mules,
They're amazing, aren't they?
which
Wow.
these are wee girl ones, and I've had those for about a year and a half. So yeah, I kind of like slightly.
They're like some, I don't know.
They're kind of slightly,
Persian.
yeah. They're like a rug.
Yeah.
They're like a rug for your
Yes.
feet, basically. But again, like a slightly high heel, but a
but they're
block
chunky,
heel.
yeah.
Nice way to dress something up when everything else is a little bit plain. I like a print clash as well. So
Yeah.
sometimes I will wear these with something completely clashing in those, but the colours are really good. And again, comfort, because I stand on my feet all day, is really important for me, to be honest with you.
I was going to ask, what was your vision behind creating your shop?
So I think that when I wanted to set the shop up, my whole idea was that I wanted something very much rooted in Peckham, because I've lived here now like since 16 years, so
Yeah.
it's been a long time, and I kind of just felt that with the store that I was managing was closing, and I thought I really want to be able to do something, because a lot of people were saying, well, I don't know where I'm going to get this, I don't want to go into town for this, if I want a gift, you know, if I want to wear something special. A lot of people local to the area kind of don't always want to go into town.
No, true.
So I wanted to have like almost like a one-stop shop, a boutique that you could go in and you could buy sort of like
And it's
a
just
local
nice to have a
ceramics
support
and-
local, isn't it?
yeah, and buy something to wear and kind of just go, you know, and then not see other people in it. I mean,
Mhm.
I think that's the other thing. Feel really confident in it. Buy something that you will wear for sort of 5 years, 10 years if
Yeah.
you can. Just keep wearing it, keep putting other things with it, make it work really hard for you. Like put the investment in at the start, buy something
Yes.
that is just
That's what we should do, though, isn't
yeah,
it? More?
which is, you know, made better,
Yeah.
it wears better, and if you can do that at the start, you'll have, you know, half of my wardrobe is like 5, 10 years old, 20 years old. There's things from 1970, 1950
Yeah,
in there.
yeah, yeah.
So it's, you look after it, and then you can just keep wearing it, so make everything work for you. And so I just wanted to do that and have a lot of print and colour, and just make it a really sort of inviting wall shop that if you were having a bit of a crap day,
Yeah.
you could go, I'm just going to go in, have 10 minutes by myself and just like lift myself
Bit of
a little
therapy.
bit. A bit of therapy, because everyone likes retail, even if you're not buying. If you're buying,
Yeah.
great, but if you're not buying, I like to go, like, I cheer myself up
Yeah, yeah.
going into Liberty.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you know,
absolutely.
so it's like,
it's just a
that's-
really lovely space. that
yeah, you want
you know.
a lovely space that you can feel great in, and that in itself, if you are shopping for something to wear, that in itself will help you, because to put yourself in a positive mindset when you're wanting to buy something to wear is really important, I think, because you're always going to shop better for yourself in that respect. So I kind of wanted it to be that lovely kind of a warm feeling that you get when you walk in, and helpful, and you know, be able to sort of ask questions and just say, what do you think will work
And not
for
be
me?
afraid.
What can I wear with this? You know, I want people to come in and ask me anything and feel
Mhm.
like they can. So that's important for me, really.
Right.
Yes.
Joe. Look at that hair, isn't it amazing? Right, so quick fire round. Okay, I've got to ask, Peckham or East Dulwich?
Peckham. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Peckham all the way.
Yeah, good. Chai latte or PG tips?
Oh Lord. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say chai latte probably.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So, in terms of brands, Danish or British?
Oh,
I
that's
know you
hard because
stock
I
a lot
sell
of-
a lot. Well, I sell quite a few Scandinavian
Yeah.
ones. But I sell British as well. I mean, I think for me, I like a mix of all of it. I can't make up my mind on that. I'll be honest with you. I know it's because I love the print so much that we have sort of Scandinavian.
Yeah.
But I like to support British as much as possible.
I know. So it's kind of.
Yeah, and it's also about like, you know, there's some really good, amazing British brands that are kind of out there that are in the sort of same range as what I do, which is really nice. So hopefully I'll be able to support those sort of coming up as well. I've got Farafield and Riker that are in my store are both British, which is really nice. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
You'll let me have that.
Yeah, okay, I will. Trainers or heels?
I'd probably say heels actually. I'm a fairly, you know, I go to the gym and use my trainers in that sense, but and those Zara ones convert me. But I tend to be with trainers. I tend to be either really plain like Stan Smith, something like that, or I go completely the other end like those Zara ones. It's like they're either full on like Balenciaga look-alike dad ones, or they're as plain sort of Adidas as you can get really. But I like a heel. I like a nice mid heel because it kind of gives me a little bit more height. Yeah.
70s or 80s?
For music, fashion, bit of everything. Or
I just think generally the era.
I'd probably say 80s, mainly because that was when I grew up. So so like 1989 I was 16. So, and it's quite a formative time for sort of music in particular. So I would say 80s because I lived it more than 70s. Although I love the fashion of the 70s. Yeah.
High street or high end?
I'd like to say, well, I'm kind of in the midsection with the shop, but I think that's kind of where I always like to be. But I've never really bought really high end because the only time I ever bought high end was when I had a student loan and I was drunk and my friend made me buy with my student loan, and we're talking a long time again. I bought a Ralph Lauren velvet trouser suit.
Wow.
And it was basically all of my student loan.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so I have that as like not a bad well, it's a bad experience really because it was such a, I mean it's beautiful, but I mean when was I going to wear that? I mean like, no. So it's like for me high street. No, that it just ended up in a loft somewhere, and so someone's probably found a Ralph Lauren.
High street.
So high street is the long answer. Yeah.
Right.
Because, yeah, that's where my purse has always been, I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Jo.
That's all right.
It's been amazing.
It's been lovely. Thank you. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been great. We feel pressured into feeling that fashion or clothing is frivolous, and in some ways, yes it is. You know, you're wanting to dress up, you're wanting to look good, but they go on a much deeper level than that, and they can, you know, when you're feeling really low, you can lift yourself just by putting something on that you love and you feel great in. You know, a lot of my growing up and my formative experiences with art and culture was based around seeing costumes in film, or, you know, going out and seeing what my mum's friends were wearing, or going to different events and thinking, oh wow, that looks amazing, and how it made me feel as a person. It's an art form.
Yeah,
it's one of the, you can, anyone who goes and sees an exhibition of clothes, if you go to the Dior exhibition, or I went to that one recently. I went to the Alexander McQueen one. You can't go to see Alexander McQueen's clothes or the pieces that he made and not know that it's an art form and the amount of craftsmanship that goes into things. So it's all ends of the scale really. I don't think anyone should feel bad about being interested in clothes, because, you know, it's our way that humans can express themselves. If you don't open your mouth, if you see someone coming down the street and they're wearing something fantastic, and you know, they've got amazing accessories, or they've got great shoes on, like, it gives you like a good feeling, and you kind of like get a sense of what that person is like. So I think that
it totally shows their character and persona.
And so many of us have things going on in our lives that are not always the most positive, but you can kind of, you know, it's a way of going out there and kind of going, you know what, I'm kind of dealing with it, this is who I am, I love what I'm wearing, this has given me confidence, and this is it, take it or leave it, and I love that about fashion, to
Me
be honest
too.
with you.
Thanks, Jo.
That's all right.